Oh, all right, guys. Now we're gonna get started here. So give me a second. So here, like this one. It's just like that one, except now I don't need this one. I just need this one. All right, guys, thank you for being patient with me. Uh, Hello, my name is Joshua Bleezy. I am the Unknown Prophet. Oh, thank you for being patient, guys. I know. Hello, welcome, Disha. Yes, I am doing readings today for donations, so you'll have to make a donation in order to get a reading today. Just have to donate something. I truly would appreciate it today. I am trying to earn up the rest of the money that I need to pay for rent today, guys. So that's kind of what I am working on doing. I don't know if this looks weird or what, but hopefully this makes some sort of sense to you when you guys are looking at this here. And if you're watching it and seeing some bad lip reading kind of happening there, well, I'm trying to do this to do two different platforms right now. And I guess I'm just kind of wondering here, if it sounds okay, if it looks okay. What do you guys think so far? Hey, Shabam from um I've got an idea. Give me a second, guys. I'll be right back. Okay, how about this, guys? How does this work for everybody? And can you hear me still? Mm, I don't know if I like that. Give me a second. Okay, I'm either gonna have to go through. I'm gonna have to go through the other one in order to make this work. I have to go through Twitch. That isn't working. Well, at least that's back to where it was. So anyway, you guys can see me here, so that's good. That's all I need to know is that you can see me there. I can see me here, so I'm good to go. Okay, I'm ready to do readings, guys. Sorry about that. Thank you for being patient with me. Before we get started, guys, let's drop that donation link in the chat. No. See, even I have computer issues. Hey, you guys, this is for everybody out there, and what a good day. All right, there we go. So we haven't even getting started yet, there, buddy. It's not even just started a little bit ago. I really need help today, guys. Oh, why can't I do it on this window though? Ooh, that's an idea. So if I want to do that now, I have to pay the $50 a month. There's no way I can afford $50 a month. I'm trying something, guys. Give me a second here. Nope, it won't let me do it that way. Okay, so that doesn't work. Hey J7, I am doing readings today, but I'm doing them for donations. So, what you have to do is you have to make a donation through one of my donation links, and I will get a notification, and then we will get to your reading. Doing a little, I don't feel right doing it this way. Just tell me if you need a reading, and I'll do your reading. I would really appreciate you helping me out today by donating something to my thing. There's no way I can do it. There's no way I can add that extra camera on without paying for it. So I have to make a choice. Either I can go back to Twitch and only do it through Twitch, and then I'll have to upload everything again. And that makes it stupid. Because if you're on Twitch right now, you can see it, but if you're on anything else, you can't. Yeah, well, we'll see. We'll have to do it a week with a week without. I can't concentrate on two screens at the same time. Okay, so I guess this kind of works. Like I said, it's kind of weird to find out. So if you're on Twitch right now, you can actually see my deck on the ground. I added an extra camera, but the StreamYards that I normally do this through multiple different places wants extra money to put an extra camera up there. Now I'm kind of confused on which way to do this. If this even works at all. Because if you're on Twitch, you guys can see the cards. I'll have to hold up the cards if I'm on StreamYard. Unless what I do is I get rid of no, because I'm not going to any of those. I might have just got it, guys. Okay, I can't. I can't. Hey, Lynn, how's it going today? Now, I'm trying something a little bit different, guys. So if I seem like I'm coming off with my voice not matching up the screen here, I'm trying to simulcast this to 4 different places. So just remember, if you are on the Facebook here, you won't be able to see the cards down below me dealing with them. But if you guys want to go to twitch.com, I'll drop it here, my link here in just a second here. The Unknown Prophet. To see the actual cards being drawn and something, you guys can go here instead of coming to Facebook. So, wrong one. That's not what I meant to do. I meant to do this one. There we go. So if you guys would like to see me shuffle that deck out there, guys, that's where I'm going to be at as of tomorrow. Because I promised people that I would have an overhead camera, and I'm not going to be able to have an overhead camera. Let's pay $50 to do it. I couldn't if I wanted to right now. I have to have every last dime for my rent right now. Which, unless you find people help me out with that, I'm probably gonna go overdrawn again. So, and then I've got 10 days to find a whole amount of money. By the way, I'm doing this 420 style today. So what I'm doing here is you'll see 2 separate screens, guys, okay? But this is where my readings are going to be at. That's the only way I can see about doing it for you guys today is by sharing my screen out. Or I can just do it Can you hear me better now? Can you hear me better now? Can you hear me better now? Can you hear me better now there, Francis? Okay, good. So, what kind of a reading would you like today? Let me know. Let you know here. Maybe that's why no one was responding. Okay, now that you can hear me now, what kind of a reading would you like today? Would you like your past, present, and future? Would you like me to do a journey layout for you, which I'm going to show you on the screen here? This is my journey layout, and I will show you that if you would like to go on that as well. So, alrighty. So, would you like to know how the journey layout works so that you can understand and follow along? If you do, say yes now, and then I can explain this to everybody out there. So this is my journey layout. I'm just going to explain it for Francis and anybody else who would like to come get a journey layout from me. Your past path is all about your victories and or defeats that you made up to this point, but you have to turn yourself around and get yourself to face that future. So it's about what may lie ahead. The way path is all about that one place that you have gotten stuck in. You're stuck in trying to make a decision. You're trying to use your logical mind and your emotional mind to make the best possible choice going forward. And what does this card tell you? All right, then I take you down one of three paths. I either take you down the hard path, which is one of overcoming adversity, getting to your goal as quickly as possible, but then you have to take a nice long break afterwards. Then my easy path is all about that one step at a time of approach, taking you one small goal at a time. You don't get your major goal very quickly, but you do eventually get there. Then my unseen path. That's that one thing that's been right in front of your nose the whole time, that's been screaming you in the face, saying, "Hey, you, pay attention. I've been trying to get this in, and I've got to pull away from it and get the big picture." But it's a little bit of the easy path, a little bit of the hard path, but definitely one you carve yourself. Then I tell you about your home path, what you need to bring within yourself or expel from yourself. Then I tell you about your leap of faith card. We all know what a leap of faith is, right? Well, we all know what we're jumping into. We're just not sure how we're going to land. So, how best to overcome those fears? Then my wandering path card is all about that one choice and or decision you have yet to consider that may have helpful lessons for you to learn along the way. That is how my journey layout works. Oops. Gosh darn it. There we go. And as you can see, I have my new camera today, guys. So you will be able to see me put down the cards. Okay, so here's how it works, Francis. All I need from you is to tell me how many times you want me to shuffle the deck for you, 1 through 10. Three times. 1, 2, 3. Now pick a number 1 through 52, and that's where your answer is in my deck. That's where your journey begins. Ten. Okay, so whenever I do this layout, guys, your path not taking card is always that first card you didn't choose, okay? Then I count that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then this is your 10th card. So all of those cards go on the bottom then. So now you guys get to see me lay them out for you. Okay, so this is your past path here. Past path. Oh, okay. Give me a second. I'm just trying where everything is at in this thing here. So this is your past path right here. Okay, give me a second now. Now we have to go down what your weight path is. Now we have to go down what is your hard path, your easy path. Give me a second, I'm adjusting. Okay, so now this is a little bit better now. Let's see if I can get this any more straight on so that you guys can really see this better. Okay, there we go. So far, so we got your hard path is right here. Your easy path is right here. So now we get to go down with the unseen path, which is the third card up. Then we have your leap of your home card, your leap of faith card, and then the wandering path card is that one below. So that means that this one would go right about here for you. Okay. So now I know why I put it over there because it was blocking some of the light, the darkness. Oh, sorry, you didn't want to see my icky this there. Oh, come on now. Okay, now, nope, I know what's going on now. Ugh. Okay, I'm gonna try it. I'm trying to fix it, guys. Please. Sorry about that, hon. I thought I had this all figured out today, and it's turning out nope, I didn't have shit figured out. So my cat wants in. No, that's not gonna happen. No, come on, man. Okay, there's gotta be better. See, I'm just gonna show you here though what your layout looks like. I was trying to have a nice way of showing it to you, but it's being a brat. So just like my cat's kind of being a brat right now, and I was trying to fix it so that I could actually get it so you can see it here on the damn table. Oh, there we go. That kind of works now, doesn't it? Yeah, it just means that now I have to kind of come up with this here a little bit. Okay. Okay, so then if I do it like this, Okay. Thank you for being patient there, Francis. Like I said, here, I'm gonna try this. I'm gonna try. I bet that will help not have that glare on anymore. All right, let's see if that helps. There we go. Now we can see all the cards. That's great. That's what I wanted to see. Yay! Now we can see this. Now I can turn on my other light here to get me and my pretty face in the picture here. So here is your reading there, okay? Now for purposes so that I can read them to you here. So this is how it works. First of all, let's go with your past path. We would always go down the past first. So here is the first two cards that we're going to start to read for you, okay? And I'm going to flip them around so I can see them right now. Because that means, and I have to kind of switch positions a little bit so that I make sure I give you the right reading. So I'll show you them, but I just wanted to show you that what positions they were at, and I will show you those cards individually on the screen as we go along here. So what is your past path? Okay, so your past path is all about this one thing here. Celebrate. You've had to learn how to celebrate your life up to this date. And what you've had to kind of learn at, Jesus Christ, really? Okay, so I can't get over it any more than I'm already over. All right, there we go. That actually was completely perfect there. Sorry. So it's time for you to stop wallowing in the past and all of the mistakes. It's time for you to celebrate that which you have lived right now. So it's just time for you to take back your life and say, hey, I'm a warrior. I'm a complete badass, 100% complete, no holds barred, BITCH. Don't take that personally. But you know what? I am the shit. No one can touch me, that kind of stuff. It's your time to say, you know what? Enough with the bad bitch act. That's just a mask I'm putting on because I'm afraid I'm going to get hurt. So if no, I treat everyone like they're going to be a mile away, well, then they're never going to want to be around me because all they ever see is this mask of this person I'm putting on that represents not the best parts of who I am. So it's all about you taking that personal past back to you and re-celebrating again. So, okay. So that was your first card. Then we had your guilt card, what you're going through presently. Okay. This is your weight path. So right now you are kind of stuck between two different kinds of guilt. There's the guilt of feeling like you have succeeded so much over what everybody else has done around you to this point that you are feeling guilty for the success you now have because you feel like you had to leave everybody and anything that was attached to that old persona you didn't really want to be in the first place had to find a way to let that go and be okay with feeling that success that you are about to have in your life. You don't have to feel guilty for doing good for yourself for a change. And that's sometimes what people get lost in. They feel guilty for the success that which they've obtained. Or you're trying to take the other route, which I kind of felt like it's a little bit of both this time. There's something that you kind of feel guilty about what you've done. You haven't apologized to this person or made amends in some way, or if you've done that and they can't accept it, well, then it's time for you to forgive yourself and say, you know what? I went out there. I tried to apologize. It was their right to say they didn't accept my apology, but I went and tried to do the right thing there. And that might mean you have to apologize to yourself too. There's some wrong you think you've done to yourself can be a form of guilt as well. So you're kind of stuck between these two different decisions right now. And which one would I rather feel guilty of? Neither. I don't have to feel guilty for either one of them. I'm a human being. Then we get to go down what we have what I call next your three choices here. So we're gonna just keep this here and make sure you know where you're going. So then this would be this card here would be your hard path right here. The Great Oak card is your hard path. Your battle card is your easy path. Okay? And your unseen path is this vine card. Okay? So right now, you have to make a choice of which path you want to go down first. Okay? Guilt is no longer in the picture for right now. Did you want to go down your unseen path? That's the middle card. That's the vine card. Do you want to go down your hard path or your easy path first? Oh, I never opened up the stupid queue. I'm sorry, bud. Give me a second. I never opened up. One second, CD. I have to open up my queue here. Okay, so you want to go down your hard path. So your hard path is this Great Oak card. I'm just going to take these cards away for just a minute, just so I can highlight this picture right here. So what is your hard path telling you to do? Just like the very beautiful oak in which you are seeing right here, you've reached a certain maturity level. You've done some of the hard work within yourself. You've come to some sort of acceptance about the who you are, why I am here, what I want to do with the rest of my life. You've answered most of those questions. In this Great Oak card, though, what you have yet to do is kind of finalize the look in which you want to present to the world, because there's a lot going on the inside and outside. How do I bring them together so that I can be the real, true me for a change, instead of being the person who doesn't necessarily have, it all together, but you're still at a point in your life where you're ready to make a change. This is all about you being a maturity level of making a change, and you have figured enough about what's going on the inside, so that what you're basically doing is making sure there's a fresh coat of paint on the house, so that so the inside reflects the outside, and vice versa. It's time to match both of those to meet your criteria of who you are, rather than let people tell you what to be. So that is what your hard path is all about, because that is going to be the hardest thing for you to do, is to realize you've got to start to think about, how do I now present those both together? And that can be a hard path about overcoming adversity to get to that goal of obtaining that. So sometimes you have to kind of work for a tiny bit there. Then would you like to go down your easy path, which is your battle card? Or would you like to go down your unseen path, which is your vine card? So what is your easy path, right? It's this battle card right here, right? And what this battle card represents is you are at war with two different parts of yourself, that there are two distinctive personas trying to fight for dominance, basically. The person you show the world and the person you truly are. These are at war with one another, but They don't have to be. You've been fighting long enough. You've been fighting for a long, long time. When does a war finally end? When someone decides to put down their swords and say, I am not going to fight you anymore. We are going to work together. Both the positive and negative aspects of who I am are going to start to work towards one goal. How do I be better than I was yesterday? So you're putting down those swords and hugging yourself, basically saying, I'm not going to be at war with my past. I'm going to accept it as a part of who I was to make me up this person who I am today, who I choose to be today. And then we work together to make that be a reflection of one's truest self. And that is what you're trying to really work at right now. It's the easiest thing for you to start picking up that sword again. But what the easiest thing for you really is to do is put down the sword and hug your opponent. There's no fighting involved. And then we get to go down your unseen path, because that's the only path we have again left to choose in the deck so far. So the vine card here is all about one thing. Your unseen path is telling you it's time to open up those lines of communication to start expressing what you truly mean by what you say. You're not giving enough information for people to take in so they can make a true assessment. It's like you going to the store and you see 1,000 of the same kind of blue handbags, the one you really kind of been looking at in the catalog or whatever on the internet, but you want to go hold the real thing, okay? And you want to be able to say to yourself, hey, I like this blue bag though above all other blue bags. Well, if you didn't look over all the other blue bags to make sure that was the one and communicated which blue bag you were exactly looking for, you turn down the aisle, it's the blue bag you wanted, but they've added some kind of flirty color on it you don't like. It's like that. The more you understand what the problem is and the question is, the better your communication with oneself will be. So your unseen path is definitely telling you, hey, you have to be open to communication between that which you need, body, mind, and soul. Okay, what you're determined to be able to show the world, I am ready. I'm mature enough to make these decisions and go out into the world and risk myself a little bit more. I'm not at war with myself any longer because I am now taking a communicational line of going forward. Now you have a choice to make. Would you like to have your leap of faith card or your home card next? So for right now, I'm going to put these down over here so that they kind of come out of focus so we can. So here is your leap of faith card, and here is your home card. Your home card. Okay, this is your home card right there. So your home card is basically telling you this there. The guide card is all about one thing. You have to start believing in yourself like you believe in your deity of power, because you have to start to remind yourself one very special thing. The gods or goddesses that you believe in, the Lord that you believe in, whatever you have put in your heart as your spiritual reason, even if that's your highest, most best self, you have to believe that they now are saying, we have your back. Your angels, your guides, all those beautiful creatures that keep you on the path you're supposed to be on, they're saying, where are your wings, girl? Now all you have to do is fly. Be that wizard who has to have that control of the magic we're giving you and weave the wand you want to weave. Now allow your spell to be cast, one of overwhelmingly beautiful, becoming the truest beautiful you want to be. You're in control, but we have your back, basically, is what that is saying here. So that was what you need to start realizing you need to be bringing back into yourself now. Because, what we have been doing up to this point is this self-pity party sometimes where we get on ourselves and not wonder why we're doing what we're doing in the first place. rather than that doing that any longer from any one of us, you've decided now is the time to start listening to my gut instincts. Those are my angels trying to tell me the right things I should be doing with my life. That's what your home card is saying. So what does your leap of faith card say? You're really afraid that if you don't have some kind of backup plan, that you will not have a way out. And that is the scariest thing for you to have to really think about is if I don't have a backup plan for when this fails, then what am I going to do next, right? And you have to remember that you have to extinguish those bad old flames that tell you that. You don't need to have this backup plan still being in place. You're leaving this fire running all by itself without any control over it because you're so focused on fire B, fire C, fire D, fire L, B, all the alphabet, okay? But you have to put some of those out and start to concentrate on the one fire that's in front of you. Sorry, give me a second. So that one, see how I do that once in a while? So it's definitely time for you to start working on that one fire that's in front of you rather than all these other fires that have been going on up to this point. And that can be scary for you because that means you don't have a backup plan for once. Of course, you have a backup plan. You have the only backup plan you have, the one you're in right now. Yesterday was your backup plan. Can you go back in time and re implement that plan? No, because that was yesterday. Today's today. What's your backup plan? What happened yesterday? You know, there's if you think about it like that, that's what's going to be the better journey for you to maybe stop having all these fires that are roaring out of control that are going to start a forest fire in your life. And then you want to see about change there. Well, you know what? As I like to say, when we are paying attention to our own little fires in our world and what we set out there into the world, when they all come together to start that big forest fire, we can no longer put out with an extinguisher. We need to have some major emotional rain to put that out. Then we'll know what real change truly means. But what is your wandering path card telling you? Your wandering path card is this glow card here. And that's telling you this. You have to start believing you are the brightest, beautiful soul you can possibly be. So bright, in fact, all the people who told you you couldn't, all the people who told you you shouldn't, all the people who told you who to be, what to be, why to be, you had to kind of shield yourself and become the brightest version of yourself so that when those people look at you now, they can't stand to look at you because you're too bright for them to look at. You're like the sun. If they look at you, they will go blind because they no longer can see anything other than the old you used to be. If they can't accept that you've tried to make that change, you have to be as brilliant and beautiful as that sun. But you're wearing shades, and all your friends know what kind of shades to wear to see the real true you. So that's what it's more about. It's about accepting that personal power within yourself and letting it shine brightly as that sun. But also, it's allowing you to glow in such a way that blinds all those people who don't want to support you. Now they're not going to be able to stand the light, and they're not going to know about the special sunglasses they need. You know what I'm saying? And that is your reading today, there, my lady. Doing my cleansing shuffle. All right. And please, if you guys can donate today, I am trying to make up the last $75 I need to make sure that my check doesn't bounce today. And if you can find a way in your heart to donate something to my PayPal account or my Cash App account today, I really do appreciate any kind of donation you can give today. Today, I'm kind of doing this for the reading, so even if it's the smallest amount you can afford today, just show me that love today. I really need your help. And thank you very much, Francis. Hopefully, I helped you out to find some much needed clarity today. Now, I think Serenity of Wind was the next person in line because I don't have my moderator here today. He's the only other person that I saw pop in here who said he wanted a reading. So let's see here what we got. Yep. Serenity of Wind general reading. Okay. Give me a second while I put my keyboard back down here. All right. How many times would you want me to shuffle the deck for you 1 through 10? One. Now pick a number 1 through 52, and that's where your journey or answer is in my deck. Sorry, answer. 1 through 52, there's Serenity. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then that would be the 11th card on top there. So I just put those cards up on the bottom, and then here is your reading today. Okay, so past, present, future. Okay, so past, present, future. Okay, so and then we have your destiny card. Okay, so Serenity, here's what we have for you to find out right now. Let's talk about this past here, okay? This past path has all been about one thing for you. You have to realize that you are the sky in this picture. You are not the rain happening to the sky, okay? But you are allowing this to happen in your life. It's time to let go of some of those deep emotional regrets that you have in your life right now, to do it in a healthy way that is going to add to not only your growth, but maybe somebody else's growth by knowing you trust them enough to talk about it with somebody or something or someone. You know, even if that's your higher power and you pour your higher out to your higher power, it's time to release these energies that you have been holding in far too long. And you have to remember that you are the sky. You allowing this to happen in your sky because it is healthy for that to happen. Because without rain, things cannot grow. The only way we can grow is if we allow that emotional break to finally happen and that those emotions to flow. Depending on how much you have held back over the time, that's how much you have to release. Because once that dam breaks, you can't unbreak the dam. You have to start to rebuild it again. And hopefully this time you make it with its own little benefit to your survival as well. You know, it's that extra power source now whenever you do it. So your past path is definitely about that thing happening and you getting over that. Then we have what's going on presently, and that's your sleep card. Okay, and your sleep card is basically telling you it's time to put those extra protective barriers around your body right now. If you believe in aura or a personal shield surrounding you from your Lord or your deity of choice here, all you have to do is imagine that they've got that ultimate armor surrounding you where nothing can get through that you don't want it to get through. Those stinging little jabs that are starting to hit your skin from those places, peoples, and things that are trying to take a little bit more chunk out of you. Well, that's not the most important thing, Serenity of Wind. It's imagining that you now know you have that coat of armor to protect you from the weather that is out going outside of the world. So if you think you're going to have a good day, wear a nice light spring coat. Okay? You can still be protected, but don't have to put on the heaviest armor of the world. If it looks like it might rain today, well, maybe you want to bring an umbrella with you. That's a form of, protecting yourself. Okay? I'm going to choose when I'm going to put my shields up to protect me from inclement weather that might happen to me. So that's kind of what your past path, your past path and your present card kind of coincide a little bit because this is you happening to the world. This is the world happening to you. This sleek card and how you're better protecting yourself. Okay, this is like I said. This is the one. This rain card is what you allow to happen from you to you. Now we get to your future card right here, which is a searching card. You have to remember that you have been trying to push a boulder up this hill for so long. It's all this garbage of a boulder that you think you have to push up that hill because the goal is if you can get that boulder up over that hill, then finally you've accomplished. You will beat it. You will know that you have won. Congratulations, yada yada yada. Well, what you didn't realize is you had two ways of winning the entire time. You could have stepped to the left or stepped to the right and let the boulder fall behind you and crash into the back of the big long ravine where all the rocks go to die. And that's where it would have smashed into smithereens, and you would have been able to walk up that hill and finally reach the top of where you can finally see your dreams down below. But you had to get out of your own way a little bit. And that is why this is an open field, and you can see that there may not look like a steep incline because all dreams are your own visions of how hard you think you have to be pushing up some mythical rock up a hill before you get out of your own way and just go, you know what? I don't need these doubts tearing me down anymore. Poof. Okay, plop, 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 all the way to the top of the hill. Then we have what's going on here is your destiny card, which kind of pulls everything together. There's definitely something going on within your past that you have yet to resolve. There's something you haven't yet given all of that emotion out. You need to cry it out, paint it out, punch it out. Just do it to some inanimate object that doesn't worry about whether or not you can still do it to it. You know, so do something to let out those emotions because you have to remember that when you go out into the world, things are going to happen to you. Dress for the weather that is out there. Put on the protective armor that you need from your spiritual self, telling you you can and will be able to make it through. Because that's what you're carrying around with you that is stopping you from getting up this hill here in this searching area. Is that's the rock you have to let fall down into the ravine, is the fact that you just all you had to do the whole time was realize that it was a sunny day. After all, you were the one who was in control of the rain all the whole time, but you still have to deal with something that was going on in your past. And it's tying it all together for me because basically it's saying there's something gone on in the past that you have to get to go on with your life. So that is your reading today, my friend. You're very welcome. I used to have a really good friend who went by the name Serenity too. Two of them, in fact. I took the name Serenity. And for people who were claiming to be Serenity, they were probably the most emotional messes I've ever seen in my life. It didn't look like they had much serenity at the time. But I'm not saying that anything against you, okay? I'm just saying that the names we choose on this platform, me going by the unknown prophet, you going by Serenity of Wind, Francis going by maybe her real name, it's all just a part of we're just expressing parts of who we are. The unknown prophet happens to be my higher self. That's who's sitting here with you doing tarot readings, not Joshua. Joshua just happens to be my mundane name that I'm here on earth. He is the unknown prophet. So I'm a little bit of both at the same time. And if you can find a way to donate today, I really would really appreciate it. Today, guys, I could really use your help. I am so effing tired of this crap happening in my life. I really wish there was a way I could just, make up that money that I need so that I can finally come up above water for the first time in ever. Well, at least it was first time in a year, at least. And this was the month where things just were too tight. I had too many good things going on at the same time, and that's not even including that we're not even going to be able to go celebrate our anniversary this year. No, and it's just we can't afford to do it. We can't afford to go out and do anything nice for ourselves. Hell, if we can order Domino's pizza one night, that's basically going out to eat for us, without going out. That's why I love delivery. Uh, I mean, I normally do this for free, and and I am basically because I guess I'm not really saying, hey, if you don't pay up now, blah blah blah. I'm not forcing anyone to pay before anyone's here. Welcome on in, Rowan. Welcome here. Thank you for the subscribe there. Appreciate that. We're doing tarot readings for donations today. So hopefully after your tarot reading, you'll donate something to my fund. I put those in the chat. If you need me to redrop those links in here again, I sure will be happy to do that. But so one more time, here are the donation links, guys. One more time for anyone out there who might need to see it. So, guys, that's where you guys can donate to. So please remember, I'm trying to earn an extra $75 so that I can finish paying my rent this month. I'm only $75 away from being able to pay rent. I got a really good really a lot of people helping me out yesterday. I said I was almost there, but I was my back was hurting. I was starting to run out of energy. So I said I'd be back later that day because it was also having a 420 stream as well. I am a little toasty right now. That means usually my bluntness comes out a lot more. So if I'm offending you, I apologize in advance, but I'm gonna tell you what you need to hear here, not what you want to hear. All right. Would you like past, present, future on that then, Rwanda? Or Rowan? You would like a reading there, a 3-card reading? Say yes, and then I need you to tell me how many times you want me to shuffle the deck for you, 1 through 10. Now tell me how many times you want me to shuffle the deck. 1 through 10. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now pick a number 1 through 52, and that's where your journey begins. Our answer is in my deck there, Owen. There's a cat with your name on it. Okay, let me count that many cards out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45. All right, so we got the 45th card now up on top. And I will take a look at that. Let me look at that real quick here because we got your reading is already up and ready to go. Let's get them all set out here. Okay. Past, present, future, and destiny. Okay, so let me take a look at that real quick, guys. Thank you. Thank you for whoever said that about my review link here. There we go, guys. That's it. Here we go. There's my review link, guys, for anyone who out there who needs it. I replaced that, reworked that. I think that's the timer that I put off. I will go recheck that timer so that make sure that goes on, that working right. So here we go. Let's get into your reading, though. Okay, just out of the way. So, no, those aren't. These are not the cards I'm looking for. So, let's kind of get into it, right? So, what is your past path telling you? Okay, this foundation stone. I don't know what to tell you then. Whenever I click on it, it seems to be working. Facebook unknown profit / reviews content now found. I wish there was a way for me to see what you guys are seeing. Okay, fine. So when I click on this link in chat, it brings me right to the review page. You know? So I don't know what to tell you. It might be something on your end, sweetie, because it seems to be working on my computer just fine. But here, you know what you can also do, guys? You can also go to my Discord channel here. Give me a second. I will get you all into get my Discord channel here, and you can also leave me one for my in through my Discord channel as well. But let me get the link up for you guys and drop it in there real quick before I get into your reading, okay? Thanks a lot for being patient with me. Come on, come on, come on. No, I want to invite people to my chat. Okay, there we go. Create an invite. Copy. Okay. All right. Now I'm dropping something in the link in the thing here, and thank you for being patient here, guys. Here's another place you can drop me a review if you have Discord. All right. So you can drop me a review there, or just go in for Facebook and type the Unknown Prophet. It should bring you up to my page. I'm sorry if the links aren't working today, guys. I want to get back to this. To I believe it's Serenity's reading here because they've been really patient here. So I'm gonna get back to doing that now. All right. Thank you for taking this time to be patient with me. The Serenity, you're awesome. So, what's going on with the foundation stone here is your past. You've been clearing off the old foundation that has no longer served you any purpose, breaking away those old bad patterns that you seem to be doing over and over and over again in your life. Well, now you kind of want to break the mold, clear off of that spot so you can pour a new, beautiful foundation that's got the things you do want in the foundation, the basic essentials of who you are, the the core person that goes by that. Rowan. Sorry, I forgot who I was reading for. I apologize for the comments there, Rowan. So it's back. Thanks for keeping me on task. So we're back to Rowan's reading here. So it's definitely time for you to start working on getting rid of that old bad past that's not serving you any purpose anymore. Yes, it was your history lesson, but that doesn't mean that you can't use these materials in the new foundation, which when you're pouring, because sometimes adding that extra granite, that extra pebble rock granite into already smooth granite not only adds it more texture and able to ride the ability to add from the past to be your new permanent thing. It not only strengthens it, it makes it a lot more tighter, neater. You have more traction for the road ahead. So just think about it like that. You're setting down the first step and what you are putting down on this path moving forward. Then we have what's going on for you currently, whereas right now it's the contemplate card for you, okay? And the contemplate card, yep, I'm doing that as well. I'm simulcasting Facebook as well, guys. So yes, I am. So I'm also doing here in this spot where you're contemplating all the pretty choices that are in front of your natural born view. Okay, you have a lot of wonderful things you can choose from going forward, but your problem is you don't know which one to pick one. I'm just here to tell you stop looking at it and pick one, god darn it. That's right. Pick one already. All of your dreams are within your reach. You're just not willing to go in there and get one and go run with it. Well, why the heck are you waiting around for? Me to give you permission? I give you permission. to start going on and getting that dream that you really, really want. Stop looking at the idea of it and start making it become true. You're spending too much time contemplating the dream rather than going after that dream. Then we have your future card, which is all about you getting to a certain maturity level. This great oak card here that you're seeing right here, this is all about you coming to a certain maturity level and being able to get past. You've set a new foundation that you know you will be able to stand upon. You've picked that dream up out of that counter that you have been working on so long. You've been waiting to make that dream come true. Boom, I've chosen a dream. Boom, that's just the seed for this tree that I will be seeing in my future that is going to start to grow. And I'm going to reach such a degree of maturity with this and be able to say, I have brought in all of the good furniture. I set up a good foundation. I've added my protective walls. I've now painted the inside and outside. Now I'm adding the furniture in, and I am liking what I'm seeing so far. Now it's time to open the door and welcome them into my new home, which will be next my grand elder. So I can't forget to stop growing ever. I have to remember to shake my leaves every once in a while and start those new buds of growth once again. So you're in the stage right before grand elder here. So just kind of remember that you haven't reached quite the biggest tippy top of the land of good things here. But what is this all about there? It's all about this drive card. Okay? It's all about this drive card. It's all about you taking a path that's a little bit faster paced than what you've been doing. You've been trying to run a marathon. Well, the marathon isn't working. It's not getting you anywhere. It's time to take a break, get in the car, and start to drive to your location. Not only do you have a nice leisurely break, you can bring your friends with you. You can grab your snacks. You can grab your friends. You can turn up your music. You can have the music as loud or as little as you want it to be because you're in the driver's seat. Don't forget to obey those laws on the way, and don't drink impaired. So definitely make sure that you have a clear mind, body, and spirit when making any good life choice in your life. So that's what you are driving towards right now is your future. And becoming that brighter person that you are starting to work on. So keep working on becoming that brilliant self you are supposed to be right now. And that is your reading there today, Rowan. Oops. Oh, oopsie. Oh, there. So the reason I'm simulcasting, guys, is the only way I can put the cards down to get that extra viewer point because in order for me to have a camera on StreamYard, which is a very good company, I would like to plug StreamYard for being my unofficial sponsor of the Josh Show Does Tarot Readings or the Unknown Prophet Does Tarot Readings. And I am part of the Parapost Network. I am also being sponsored by Debbie Energy Drinks. And also that it's a homemade powder that's full of a lot of natural, wonderful ingredients. It's better than a Monster and healthier too. So if you're interested in getting some energy drinks for those gaming moments when you want to get through to that bad boss at the end of this level here, that can help you out with that as well. And then, guys, just wanted to let you know that I am trying to do this for donations today. So please, 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 if you can, like someone already did today, they donated something. I just got a notification saying, hey, something was donated to you via your PayPal account. That helps me so much, guys. And even though you get to, you're a new subscriber, that's a nice way of saying thank you to the like, the follow, the sharing me out. I should hopefully not be too much further from my dream. My goal today, which is just to earn $100, depending on how much this was here. But I've also put this the information that you've needed for the I'm checking something out here, guys. I'm sorry, I got distracted. But just know that I really appreciate all that you've done for me, guys. You're making my day all that much brighter. Well, thank you very much for that. I truly do appreciate that beautiful tip you gave me. So Thank you so much for that. I truly do appreciate that very much. So, I am having to go back and check out right now my queue. I'm gonna open it for readings now. I'm gonna take the first come first serve. So if you would like a reading, sound off please. First one who says they want one in chat right now gets to be number one, and I'm gonna go until I have a line here. So if you would like a reading, speak now. Brian, you're first. Next one in line. Who wants to be after Brian? Going once? Okay. You're next in line. Mari? Mari, you're second. Anyone after Mari? Who wants to be third in line? Who wants to be third in line? And last and final call for three people in line. Then I'm going to take a break, maybe a restroom break or something real quick. Get up and stretch for a second. Going once, going twice. So, Brian, you're up here. What kind of a reading would you like today? Would you like my past, present, future reading, or would you like my destiny card, my journey layout that I do for more answers? It's a more in depth reading too, so and it's a lot more cards. So you're gonna have to kind of work with me when we start your reading and stuff like that. Asma, you can be third in line. All right. All right, Brian. So, how many times would you like me to shuffle the deck for you, 1 through 10? All right. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now pick a number 1 through 52, and that's where your journey begins in my deck. Okay, now your wandering path card is always the first card I pull off of the deck. That's the card that we didn't take today. So now we go, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, and the 26th card is the card that is on top of the deck. That's where our journey begins. So now we can do this. So this would be your past path right here. This give me a second. I'm trying to find out where it is here on the screen here. Oh, that's further up than I thought. So, okay, so your image card is your past path, okay? Oh, come on now. Okay. So your image is your past path, right? Your weight card is your vine card. Your easy is this ice card. Your hard path is your cherish card. Your unseen path is this feed card. Okay. Your home card is your preparation is your home card. And your leap of faith card is the circle card. So these are all your cards here, plus this one right here, which is your wandering path card, which would go right down below this one here. So that would be your wandering path card. So I was kind of leaving wandering, you know. So okay, so let's get into the reading though. Okay, so I'm gonna kind of pull these away so that I can read them and understand them here, and then I will pull them out for you when I'm ready for you to kind of tell me what I need to know. You know, for wandering, I was wondering. So let's start where we need to start here, which is this card here, the image card. Okay. So your past path. Okay, now you know where more towards me is better. Okay, so what we're gonna do here is we're just gonna go one by one here. So doing very good there today, Binks. Welcome back in. All right, I do have a line forming, guys. So if you want to be on that list, I'll pay attention after I'm done with Brian, okay? Because he's in the middle of getting a reading. So right now I've got two more ahead of people. So Asma, you are the last in line right now. Binks, I'll put you on the list if you want to be on the list. And then now I'm going to get back to doing his reading here. So, what has it all been about? That one postage stamp that you have yet to place down in this area that you are going on in your life right now. Okay, so right now you are working on discovering what this last puzzle piece of you is. Remember, this image that is being presented in front of you is just that last little bit that you might need or want in your life so far, this moment. So it's about accepting those little dark spots of yourself that make up a part of that image. It's about accepting those light little spots that make up a part of who you are. It's okay to say to yourself, hey, I have to acknowledge some of the dark in order to let the light in. So in order to be able to grow, I have to have that spots of unknown that I've yet to fill. So there are just a little pigment spot in the grander scape of things. They're just one pixel out of 1,000 pixels. And if one pixel didn't get filled in, no one would notice but me. So it's all about you saying to yourself, I'm ready to say, this is who I am. Then we get to your weight path. Okay. And your weight path is this vine card. And your vine card is telling you it's time to start communicating with your true, honest self, with what you truly want. The communication between mind, body, and spirit has been broken. And it's time for you to start communicating with all aspects of who you are. You have to put that faith back into your belief system. You have to put that thoughtfulness back into your thinking system. You have to put that physical everyday morning, noon, night, and sleep. We go through the cycles of rebirth every single day when we fall asleep. We get renewed, we get regenerated, we lose time so that when we wake up again, we start working our way forward from what we are doing. So it's all about opening up those lines of communication once again and allowing you to start to realize that, hey, the more information I share with myself, the more information I'll be able to do going forward. Now you have a choice to make, okay? You can go down your hard path, your easy path, or your unseen path. So here again, all right, your hard path, which is your cherish card, your unseen path, which is your feed card, or your easy path, which is your preparation card. Everybody, you are fifth in line. You have to be in chat when I call your name out. So if you're not here, when I call your name out more than 3 times, I do move forward. Okay, I've got a line now. So right now. So what is your hard path telling you, right? This cherish card. It's time for you to start cherish life once again. You have to realize that you have made it through the hardest part of your life up to this day. That in this cherished part of your life now, it's time to basically hug all aspects of your life and really be able to believe one thing is true. This is me and my wife on our wedding day. And before this date, we couldn't believe it was too good to be true. Sometimes good to be true actually is good to be true. And us having to learn how to cherish every moment that we would spend together for the rest of our lives is what we do still to this day because we don't know what the next moment to the next moment will bring us. We only know what we have right at this specific time and place. I know she loves me. She knows I love her. We are the happiest, contented couple in the world. Now, it's your turn to start cherishing your life like you would cherish a lover. So start to take that into context. It might be the hardest thing for you to do is to appreciate that what you've already gained. But in order for you to truly have that fulfillment happen, you have to say, thank you. Thank you for putting me through what you put me through. Okay. And Cash, you are now 6th on the list. Cash, you are 6th on the list. But now we get to go down one of your other paths. Do you want to go down your unseen path, which is your feed card, or do you want to go down your easy pace path, which is your prepare card? So what is your unseen path telling you? This feed card, right? It's definitely time to start feeding yourself that which is start going to make you feel fulfilled because you are not feeding yourself the right kind of nutrition that you need to get the energy back to your life. The reason you feel so sluggish, the reason you're not getting that drive anymore is because you have to put some fuel in the fire in order for it to burn. So you have to put in that self-confidence and you have to eat that a little bit. It's time for you to start savoring the flavor of life, my friend. Think of it like the best possible meal you could ever have in your life. And you want to pick up every last little flavor off of that plate and just let it soak into your mouth and so you can enjoy that flavor that happened in that moment. So it's about enjoying every moment as it comes, but taking it and retasting life again by encouraging yourself to take in that which will feed you more and more benefit you what you need. Do I need to feed myself a little bit more knowledge about this A, B, or C subject? That's a nice, tasty snack. Oh, that hit the spot. Well, okay, so kind of think of it like you're feeding your soul what you need to know in the future that will store up and then will allow you to give you the energy to keep going. And yes, I did burp during that tarot reading, and that one was for free, guys. That was to make a point and to get it out of me at the same time. Then we have what your easy path card is telling you to do, which is to pick the ingredients in which you are putting in there in the first place. Okay, I want the strawberry sweet taste of self-confidence melting in my mouth. but I want that juicy, savory, tear into it, medium rare steak, blah, blah, blah. Unless you're a veggie and I'm sorry about that if you are. But if you're a vegan, then you can soak your taste buds into a nice soy burger somewhere out there. There's some kind of a food that you love to eat. That's your favorite kind of food, no matter what kind of human we are. So pick the kind of ingredients you want to start serving yourself. Are you going to be putting in that? Stop being the soup that is being cooked. No longer do you want to be the one being cooked in your own fire there. It's time to take yourself out of that pot, dump it all out, and now you're going to start to prepare that meal in which you will feed yourself someday. So now I get to add what I want into this ingredients of soup. I want more self-confidence. There's some nice savory stuff in there. Here's the meat I'm adding or the veggies I'm adding, blah, blah, blah. Here's the kind of water, the kind of spices, the kind of flavors. Here's how long I'm going to let it stew up for. So it's all about you re-enjoying your life again and stop being such a wallowing person about what is going on with your life. Then we have your... I'm going to clear these away for a minute here. Then we have the last cards of your deck, which is your Leap of Faith card or your Home card or your Wandering Path card. Okay, Wandering Path card is in the middle there. It's kind of wandering here. Which card would you like to know about first? Wandering Path. So, you know what I kind of feel when you say this Wandering Path card is one of these things that we want to know, this anger card. Sometimes we don't get angry enough. Sometimes there's all this bent up stuff within our lives that we really want to let go of. We just don't know how to do it. So today, I want you to go find the ugliest old plate that you have in your house. I want you to write down on that plate in permanent marker so that you can read it. 5 things about yourself that you are angry about, that you want to get rid of all of this bent up stuff within yourself. It doesn't even have to be about bad stuff. You can be angry about good things too. Darn it, this thing is working out exactly how I wanted to work out, but now it's not fulfilling that need. Why am I still like this? Smash, smash, smash. Okay? And then you're going to take that hammer or that nail, put that safety glasses on, do it in a place where it can't hurt anybody. Hell, if you throw it off a cliff full of rocks, I think that accomplishes the goal, okay? But whatever you're doing, make sure it's worth it. Do it safely, guys. But push that into the ground and start getting rid of all of that bent up stuff inside of yourself that you've been holding on to far too long. You know, not feeling excited and not expressing that excitement while you're kind of holding back the pressure valve there. And eventually you're going to go crazy wonkers because you didn't express that good feeling when you had the chance to feel it. Now you just don't think it's worth it anymore. Now we have your next 2 paths. Do you want your your Leap card, or do you want your Home card? No, that means, Cass, that means if you're not here when I call your name up more than 3 times in chat, I will skip you if you miss me calling your name out more than 3 times. So what is your Leap of Faith card, right? It's definitely time for you to consider that you are not caught in a block of ice, unwilling to be able to get out. Muhammad? Asma? Keep your comments to yourself. I'm in the middle of doing Brian's reading. Okay, guys? Everybody else, keep your comments to yourself. When it's your turn, It's your turn. So it's time for Brian to stop realizing that he is not caught in the kind of a cage he wasn't wanting to be put in the first place. You've kind of kept yourself so frozen in fear. You've built up this very thick ice outside of yourself and inside of yourself, but you still have room to grow on there, Brian, because you can still warm yourself up. Your natural body heat has melted a nice little cavern in that rock. You are now breathing fresh air. You aren't in any danger. You're just hot in a place you don't want to be in anymore. Okay? And what I need to do you to know is that you've had the golden hammer all along, the hammer of light, of positivity, where you can start smashing away at those fears, those anxieties, those things that are keeping in your way from becoming the person you want to be. It's time for you to finally take back your life and say, I don't want to be stuck in this anymore. I'm going to crack this ice open. I'm going to get out of this cold place that I've been in for a long time. And now I'm going to start to warm up and allow people to see the real true me, because I'm not angry anymore. I'm just allowing myself to finally be free of that anger. You know? Then we have your home path, which is a circle card, right? And it's all about you getting around those sacred people in your life that you consider your most family. Okay? Getting around your family and sharing your stories and sharing your experiences with the people that you know and love and want to be around the most. That you want to be around that campfire, because we're all going to help tend to your needs for a little bit. So don't be afraid to accept that help from people who are coming to you saying, hey, you need a hand? Hey, can I help you in any way? Hey, can you do something for me? Something like that, where they're offering their help to you. Don't shy away from taking that while it is being offered, because that might be what you need, a break. And that's why people see you needing help right now. Don't think of it as a weakness. Think of it as the God saying, hey, buddy, sit down, take a break, get some water, whew, you've done enough work for today. The marathon is over, buddy. You don't have to keep running. Oh, okay. You won. Oh, okay. So there we go. You know what I'm saying? And that is your reading for today. I'm going to close the queue now. So if you weren't on my list beforehand, Cash is the last person in line. He's the last person in line, but I'm closing the queue as of right now so I can get Brian. I hope you enjoyed that today. Don't forget to donate, guys. If I gave you a reading today, please show me the kind of love I'm showing you. I really would appreciate it. I'm trying to make up the rest of my money for rent. I think I'm about $50 to $60 away right now with that last donation. I keep going down. So next in line is Mari. Mari, are you here? Mari going once. Mari going twice. Okay, good. You're here. All right. So Mari. Next one is as you're next, okay? Asma, you're next after this person. So Asma, just remember to stay in chat. I will call you out as soon as I'm done with Mari's reading. What kind of reading would you like today there? Past, present, future? Thank you for that compliment. I hope that you read whatever you read into it today, Brian. Just take back this. At least I gave you something to think about today. You still have to be the one who gets in control of what's going on in your life. Remember, guys, no matter what I told you here today, you guys have the right and responsibility to go live the life you want to live. So go live your best day ever by saying, today will be my best day ever. Okay, now I'm going to do I'm just going to do a cleansing shuffle, because I want to be able to give you a nice clean card reading here. So this is just me doing a cleansing shuffle to make sure I do. Oops, that's for me. Okay. One more shuffle because I saw what that card was, and I want to make sure it's nice and shuffled in there. All right, now pick a number 1 through 10, and that is, you're very welcome, and that is how many times I will shuffle for you, Mari. No, there's no way to skip the queue, Cash. You have to be in line or not get it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Now pick a number 1 through 52, and that's where your journey begins in my deck, or where your answer lies in my deck here. While you think of your number, I'm going to refill my coffee here. Okay. Most people won't mind you taking a coffee break here, so I'm just getting my coffee all nice and ready for this next step here, so we can keep our stuff going here. All right, here we go. So now we have picked a number 13. All right, number 13 coming right up. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and the 13th card is your card. All right, now we have your past, your present, your future, and your destiny card. So here is your cards today, there, young Maria. Bones, you're gonna have to get in line, otherwise you're number 7. Wait, and I'd take your reading, but I've got 6 more people ahead of you right now. I'm in the middle of doing a reading for somebody else right now, so you're gonna have to wait and see if I feel up to doing any more readings. Cash is my last reading, guys. The queue is now closed, Cash. So I'd stay in chat because in case someone doesn't answer their call, maybe I'll go, okay, I'm going to get to the next person in line first. But if we get through the line, then maybe I'll take your reading. But for right now, I'm going to get back to Maria's reading here, which is all about doing one thing. You've been kind of having to go back to being the student of life once again, to become the pupil, because we've reached an obtainable level where we think we know it all. So all of us like to do this from time to time, where we think we know everything about something until that new thing comes along to point out we don't know diddly and we don't know squat. It isn't until we start relearning again and refreshing our brains to that memory of what we already inherently know is true, but to refresh it and to see the proof of that is what it's going to take for us to move past our past. So we've learned from our past. We don't need to relive it anymore. We are now going to take the lessons we have learned. And now this time when I take the class next year, I won't have to revisit those same bad mistakes, patterns, and or things that weren't serving me any purpose anymore. That's not the education I want now. I will be then tomorrow. Oh, sorry, that's hot. That's hot. Ooh, this is hot. So it's all about you kind of going back to the school of life a little bit and trying to pick up a little bit more learning about what your path and journey has led you to up to this point. Then we have what's going on in your present life, this depression card. Now, people think depression is a bad feeling, but it's not. It's one of the stages of grief. Without us going through that ultimate sadness, either they're happy tears or sad tears, when we realize the beautiful life that they once lived was one of the brightest stars of our lives. You cry those happy tears when you realize you're going to miss them forever, and you're never going to be able to say or talk to do it or say anything ever to them again. You get those depressive sadness. But it's all about you going through the stages of grieving that which you have lost and going through all sorts of those tears. But remember, you get to be the one who allows what kind of rain happens in your sky. So even though there are cloudy weather ahead, there seems like those clouds could rain at any moment. Only when you are ready to let that rain down upon people will you allow it. Otherwise, right now, it's just a feeling that you have inside that you can kind of wrestle with for a short bit. But it's definitely time to start to let go of that sadness in your life and start to re-embrace the bright clouds that are trying to peek their way through all of that gray. Because in the future, it's going to be about you letting this old life die and decay. It's time to say, okay, it's dead. I'm done. I can't do it anymore. This life has to finally start to decay and die so it can start to turn into that life-giving nutrient dirt someday. After you are done decaying, you become the compost pile that basically starts to make everything within it start to break down a lot faster so that it can turn into life-giving nutrient manure and or topsoil or other kinds of planting soils that could help benefit not only your garden but help benefit all those that were out there to come. So it's time to start letting something decay and die, to go through that depressive moment of saying goodbye to that one thing, but then become that student once again. So as you can see, this is all tied into you, allowing you that opportunity to learn that you have to let this old go in order for you to really be born anew. That's when you'll be able to glide out in your destiny card, which is really appropriate because you're going to start to glaze like the sun. Like people can barely stand to see you. You're going to be so bright. But with that comes you adding on that extra protective barrier that you have to have with on yourself at all times. We all have a personal aura with us. Whether we want to believe there's this little shield that kind of protects us and doesn't protect us, it's all about you sharing one brilliant, beautiful thing about us. It's that kind of a feeling when you go up to someone and you know whether they're a good person or bad person just because if you kind of get this icky or good feeling about someone. Well, it's the same thing, only now we're going to actually wear our armor a little bit more out there so people know that I am protected. So people know that I have a way of defending myself should I want to defend myself. My own personal space, my own personal bubble. You will not be able to break that unless I let you be able to come into that bubble. You know, otherwise you won't be able to break it in because my shit is impenetrable. So it's all about you adding that extra protective barrier because now when people start seeing how brightly you shine, they're going to want to flock to you because now they think you've got your shit together. How did you do all of that? Well, it took time, patience, blah 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 blah. And that's basically what your reading is about today there, Mari. Yes, I'm still doing donations. Today is going to be the last day because if I don't get the money by to the end of tonight, it's not going to matter anyway. So I am doing this for donations still. I'm only asking that you donate that which you can afford to spend. I'm not asking you to, bankrupt yourself or anything like that. But if I'm giving you a reading today, I would really appreciate a donation for the reading I'm giving you to help me with my bank account. I'm only about $45 away from making my goal. So if you all want to help me out there, you can follow one of my go up in the chat and you should be able to see the links up there telling you exactly what to do there, and check back after stream. The donation links will be in chat after stream as well. So I'll make sure that they go out as a comment on the page. So if you want to come back and donate after the stream, rewatch it, you're reading and say, hey, I need to rewatch it because I need to hear what he's saying so I can pose and stuff like that. You're very welcome, Marie. All right, let me do a cleansing shuffle here for the next person in line, which is Asma. Asma, you're next. Asma. Asma going once. How do you pay me? Okay, here you guys go one more time. I'm going to drop the donation links in the chat one more time, so that anybody who wants to do that can do that here. These are the donation links, guys. All right. So I just dropped those in links in the chat. So if you want to donate to me, there are the donation links there. You can either do it via my Cash App or my PayPal company. You can also go to my link tree to get both of those links should be showing up. But that's how you guys donate to me. I really do appreciate it. I do have received one donation today so far. I get a little buzz or a notification whenever I get a donation. So thank you very much for the latest donation. I appreciate it so much. You don't know how much this all means to me, guys. Thank you. So now we are going to go along here with the next person in line, who is Asma. Asma going twice. Asma, this is your second call. I just received another payment from, it doesn't say who from. I'm going to keep that confidential anyway. But it was for, okay, I know who it was. I can see that. It's okay. Yeah, you can get put on the list, but you'll be the last one there, okay? You have to be in chat when I call your name up because, like Asma, I've called you out 3 times now. And I said if you wanted your reading, you had to stay in chat. That means if you lose your spot now, you're losing it. Bisk, I don't think you wanted a reading. Bisk, are you still here? Think you said no, I'm just going to watch today. So I'm going to skip Bisk here. So, okay, I will put you on the list. You will be my last and final reading. So we're going to skip this, guys. I'm pretty sure he said he was just going to be viewing. So everybody, okay. Everybody. Going once. Everybody. Everybody going twice. Everybody. Everybody going 3 times. 3 times. Scratch. Cash. You missed it. You weren't here when I called your name off. I already moved past you. Cash. Cash, you are next in line. Cash. You missed your spot, buddy. Cash. Cash. Going once. Stay here. If he doesn't answer, I will take you first, Asma, as long as I don't get him answering here. Cash going twice. Cash. Cash going 3 times. All right, Asma, get your butt back in here. Are you here, Asma? Okay, you will still be my last and final reading. For right now, I will take one at a time after that. So, Asma, are you ready for your reading then? Okay, make sure that you still stay here. Okay, how many times do you want me to shuffle the deck for you? 1 through 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'll pick a number 1 through 52, and that's where your answer is in my deck. Oops, why is this being... Okay, back to the regular kind of. Okay, and okay, Kate, you're next in line, so stay in chat. Okay, now we're gonna do the 6th card here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and the 6th card is where your answer is: past, present, future, destiny card. Okay, so in your past, you've been working on rebuilding your life once again here, and you've been really scraping away. This dirt card is all about doing one thing for you, okay? It's about you realizing that the old life that once served you has not served you any purpose for quite a long time, but now you're going to start turning all of that which you have been through into that fertile ground in which you plant in now. So now you get to plant whatever you do want to grow into that basis of that which has come before you, that very fertile ground that is turned back into fertilizer that will help you grow now rather than stunt your growth. So grow out of that beautiful pile of nice topsoil, that beautiful, wonderful nutrient soil, and take in all the elements as you start to on your path of start to grow once again. So it's definitely time for you to stop looking in the past but acknowledging it and saying, hey, I'm going to put myself out there and plant. I know it's part of it. This is the only way I can do it, honestly. So if you can't take that, well, that's up to you, but I understand that they're out of sync right now. That's the only way I can give you this down view look at my readings, guys. That's the way I told people to begin with that. That's why it kind of seems like it's coming out there. So I'm doing the best I can, guys. But thanks for letting me know just in case. But let's get back to the reading, okay? Right now, what you are kind of doing is you're digging into that ancient knowledge that you have going on presently. Your guides and angels and gods are speaking to you very, very loudly right now, saying, hey, pay attention. We've got some information for you to know about, but you just aren't listening right now. You have to tap into that highest possible self that you can be. So what do I mean by high self? Remember when we were kids and we imagined ourselves being the firefighter, ballerina, and or whatever thing we thought we could be when we were little? And I remember how much power that gave us by believing we had the opportunity to do that within our lives. You know, it was important to us to be able to see those things come forward. So what do? We stop trusting that gut instinct of telling us this is what's going to make us the happiest, and we start thinking practically. What one will pay the bills? Which one will do this and this and this for me? Not that what will fulfill my need and or want. So it's time to start tapping back into that ancient knowledge that you have and being in contact with those higher deities to listen for that message which they are trying to tell you. Maybe they're trying to tell you stop feeling guilty for whatever it is you think you've done wrong, even if that means you feel guilty for the success you gained. Sometimes we can get caught up in the kinds of guilt that are bad for us. We can feel guilty about becoming the better person. We can feel guilty about that which we've done to somebody else to wrong someone. There's a lot of different kinds of guilt out there. None of them have to be bad guilt. It's just a stage of life before you start moving forward through those stages of grief. It's just one more step down that path and journey to get you all better and ready for that to go. And it's all about doing that. Because what is your destiny card saying? It's telling you that the deities that you believe in have your back. You are the wizard in this picture, and these are the deities in which you believe in. Your angels and guides are not only with you, so are your deities. So not only do you have the power of those angels, you have the power of your deity of choice. You have that, and they're going to help you get over those things in which you don't want to, that you wanted to get past right now. But you have to give them that belief back in themselves again, back into yourself again, saying, I can accomplish anything. That's you being in control of the magic that they give you. They're giving you their free will to make choices and decisions in your life. They gave away their will so you could have your own. Because even God has to follow a certain playbook because he said that was the way it was going to be in the first place. That is your reading today there, Cash. I'm going to do a cleansing shuffle before I get to K's. K, you're next. You're up, K. K, you are up. K is my last person in line. Anybody else who wasn't here during the time I called them off? Sorry, you missed your spot in line. Should have said something like having computer issues or something's gone wrong. I can't hear you. Be back as soon as I can. And then remember to pop in and say something as soon as you come back. As much as I like to be a mind reader, I'm not a mind reader. I'm not Miss Cleo. I am here to help you find the best possible path for you. I'm here to tell you what your path is going to be. Okay. K, are you in the room? K going once. K 858 from YouTube. It's your turn, young lady. After this, the queue will be open to my discretion. I will take readings as they come, but I'm going to have to take a smoke break and maybe a restroom break first. So, what kind of a reading would you like there today, Kay? Past, present, future reading? Wanted a general reading. Okay, not a problem. Let me take this second to have a quick cigarette break real quick, and then we'll get right into it. So, I need to usually tell me how many times you want me to shuffle the deck, 1 through 10 for you, Kay. Seven times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now pick a number 1 through 52, and that's where your answer is in my deck there, okay? One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Now the 10th card is the only card that's on the top of the deck. We've got your past, your present, and your future. And now we've got your destiny card. Okay? So, what are we doing in the past here? Right now, you've got this battle card right here. That's your past, okay? You are at war with yourself right now. There's two parts of your persona fighting for dominance within yourself right now. And you've been at war a long, long time. It's time to reconsider your battle plan because it hasn't worked up to this point. It will never work because you will not going to be ready or willing or able to take that which is truly a part of who you are. It's time to put down the swords, hug that other side of yourself that you're not quite sure about liking. It makes up who you are. It's a part of who you are. It's time to stop ignoring that fact. Put down the swords, hug your opponent, and realize we have to stop being at war with ourselves and we have to start working together as a team. Our mundane self and our highest self are no longer at war with one another. We are now going to be who we want to be and also not apologize for it at the same time. Then we have what's going on presently. Your foundation stone. Your foundation stone is all about you have done the work of finishing up that battle. You've cleared off the ground in which you used to battle upon. You're starting to pour this foundation together. Now you've become a cohesive person. You want to set down the foundation of who you makes up the essential you of who you truly are. You and only you know these attributes. It's what makes up you believe saying yourself is K. Whatever K represents to you, however way that means what to you, it's a definite part of your persona that you want to acknowledge and say, hey, I like who I am when I am this person. Why can't I just be that all the time? And that's kind of what you're doing now is you're kind of pouring down that new foundation, pouring it filled with all of that stuff in which you do want to be and what you want to build upon. So start thinking about how we were going to start protecting that which we've just made first and foremost. How are we going to do this? In fact, we're going to start to build that fire up in that home of ours. We're gonna build a chimney where all of the fires can be put into a nice safe place to keep us warm throughout the winter. That's paramount in the design. So first of all, we're gonna start to stoke that fireplace now with all the logs it needs, not only to cure the rest of the granite, but also to make us warm and cozy inside our almost partially made home. So that's what it's all about. It's about you deciding what logs you are ready to add to that fire of life again. And you saying, I really need to be most self-confident about myself and I need to practice this on a daily basis. That's a log that can go on your fire. I need to be chasing after today. I need to chase my dream for only 4 hours today so I don't wear myself out. That's another log you add to the fire. Then your job after that would be to tend to that fire to make sure that fire is equally distributed in a way that's going to benefit what you are doing in your everyday life. Because what is your destiny card telling you? It's telling you it's time to start enjoying life once again. It's time to start enjoying everything that is going on about your life. Your life isn't as bad as you think it could be because, A, you are sitting here talking on a computer. You are not worrying about getting to your next meal tomorrow because you haven't had something to eat for a week because you've been living on the streets in the cold winter months and even the cold summer months. You are still have to wait through the worst kind of hell there is because if there's no place to run from the heat, then you're going to maybe die of heat stroke. But just kind of think about it like this. It's time to start worrying about the what if and start worrying about the how now attitude. How can I do this now? What can I do that will bring me the most joy, the most happiness, the most brilliant, beautiful part of myself that will shine through once again? So find your happy again. Find your reason to enjoy life. And that is your reading today, young lady. My queue is now opened and cleared of all past readings here. I will take a one at a time of approach. First and foremost, I want to finish my cigarette. Second of all, if you were in line and you got out of line, this is your chance to get back in line. So any of the names that I'm calling out. Asthma, if you're still here wanting a reading, this is your second chance. I told you if you stayed intent, there might be an opportunity for you. So I'm calling you out there. Asthma. You only get one call out. You are definitely off of my list. Everybody else I got to. That was the only person who was on my list who got out of line. So anybody else who wants the reading, it's free for all time. Whoever gets in here asking for one next gets one. Remember, I want to take this time to say thank you for anyone who's donated to my cause today. I am doing this for donations, so guys, if I've given you a reading today, please donate something to my Cash App or my PayPal account so that I can afford to pay rent today. I would greatly appreciate all that you've done for me. I truly, truly do. Thank you once again. All right, guys, I am closing the queue out once and for all. No more queue from anybody. It's time to stop thinking about it and start doing it and say thank you very much for all those who came here today to donate to me, to be a part of my channel. I know it seemed like it was kind of Linksip Josh time, but I was trying to make sure I got my message out to as many people as possible. I was simulcasting today. I did receive quite a lot today from people. Hopefully, maybe that it will be enough to at least skate past the horde being kicked out thingy that I'm looking forward to. I think I'm almost there. I think I've got $50 left to go before I reach my goal. So I've got to go check my bank account here real quick to see where we're at. Okay, let's see. I think I'm almost there. I just want to say thank you guys for being here today. First and foremost, I don't know what's going on. Hopefully, my review links are working the best here. But whenever I go into them, it seems to be working for me. So, mm-hmm. Come on, you have to be in there by now. All right, I only have 50 more bucks to go, guys, and then I've reached my goal. I'm checking my Cash App, guys. Thank you. Didn't think so. You know, I am still open for one more reading if someone would like a reading here. Okay, I think I'm going to end my stream though, guys. Thank you very much for being here. See you tomorrow. I think we're going to return back to our regular scheduled program. We're probably going to be only able to do this through Twitch now because they're the only ones who are going to allow me to add an extra camera. So thank you guys. Take care. See you tomorrow.